Alright, welcome back. We're going to make a little video here on how to add, subtract, and multiply polynomials. This is a little bit of a review video. So what we're going to do first is combine like terms. And you have a really long polynomial here. So to combine like terms, there's many ways you can do it. But basically, you only want to add the same terms or subtract the same terms together. So in this case, we have a x to the sixth, and if you look through, there's no other x to the sixes, so we have a negative 5x to the sixth power. Okay, standard notation is descending order, so now you look for the next highest exponent, which we see we have a 7x cubed here. So we have 7x cubed, and there's no other x cubed, so we just add our 7x cubed. Now we go to our x squareds. As you can see, we have a 5x squared, we have a 2x squared, and we have another 5x squared. So we are going to add 12x squareds. Moving on, we're going to have a 3x, a negative 2x, and a negative x. So that's 3x minus 2x minus another x. That brings us to 0 x's. And then we just finish with a positive 6 and a positive 3, which is plus 9, and you are done. That's how you combine like terms. Foiling is a term that you are familiar with, which basically means multiply two polynomials together. Now this again is another review skill. If you would like to try it on your own before you watch me do it, go ahead and pause the video and try it. But what you do is you multiply the first term to the first term. 2x times 5x is 10x squared. 2x times a negative 2 is a negative 4x. 3 times 5x is 15x. And 3 times a negative 2 is a negative 6. Again, you combine like terms. So we're going to combine those two together, and we have 10x squared plus 11x minus 6. And you are done. So why don't you go ahead and try the next example, and we'll see if you get it correct. And if you have 2x cubed plus 9x squared plus 3x minus 18, you are correct. This is the exact same thing. The only difference is you have to multiply the x to 3 terms and then the 3 to 3 more terms. So you're talking about 6 terms when you're done. Of course, you combine your like terms and you're finished. Now this next one I will do, and then of course I will save the 2x plus 5 cubed for you. This does not mean you distribute the x or the squared to the x and the negative 2. What this means is you actually are going to multiply x minus 2 times itself. So this is another multiplying problem. So from here you would just FOIL. You would have your x squared, your minus 2x, and plus 4. Combine your like terms. And you have x squared minus 4x plus 4. So as you can imagine, what you're going to have to do in this next one is you're going to have to multiply 2x plus 5 times 2x plus 5 times 2x plus 5 again. So it doesn't really matter which order you want to do it. However, I've always been a fan of keeping the smaller term first. Why? I don't really have a reason. So if you were to FOIL 2x plus 5 and 2x plus 5, you would get 4x squared plus 20x plus 25. So I did the first step for you. You go ahead and do the last step. And I'm sure you got that right. So that's multiplying for you. Again, you do not distribute an exponent inside of parentheses when you have a plus or a minus sign splitting up any two terms. It's not like raising a polynomial up to another power. The last two questions are adding and subtracting. So when it looks like this, adding and subtracting is just combining like terms again. Addition, you just have to basically look through and combine your like terms. So you have a 2x squared and a 4x squared, so that's going to give you 6x squared. You have your 3x, and you have another 3x, that's going to give you a 6x. And then you finish with a negative 6 and a negative 1, which is going to give you a negative 7, and you're done. The only difference is when you're working with subtraction. This is subtracting everything inside of the set of parentheses. So this is saying 2x squared minus 3x squared. And then when you're combining like terms, you have a negative 6 minus a negative 7, which is going to turn into plus. But if you would like to take a suggestion from me, what I would do is just change this to a plus sign and then change the sign of everything inside the second set of parentheses. So this becomes a minus 3x squared, and this becomes a plus 7. So now you can just go right ahead and combine your like terms again. So you're going to finish with a negative x squared plus 7x plus 1, and you are done. And that's it for this video. Welcome to Chapter 6, Polynomials. And this is Longo. I am out. See you, bye.